What's up, everybody? It's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, broadcasting live from the Jumington Dynamics auxiliary hazardous material storage facility somewhere in the world. A little short. Oh boy. You know, another one of those last minute phone calls. Should learn my lesson. You never know when it's an emergency. It never is an emergency. You get a phone call that starts with, I don't know what's easier for you to go to, the JCPenney near you or the JCPenney near me. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I forgot to start the conversation. What? What's up, everybody? Sorry to keep you waiting. What's up, Silas? What's up, Judd? What's up, Flash? What's up, Utter Chaos? What's up, Pretendmo? What's up, Glitch, please? Hey, I've seen you in Pretendmo's channel. Welcome in. Trying to get caught up in that puppy issues. I wish it was puppy issues. Puppy issues I could probably deal with. Oh, JCPenney still exists. Some of them. You know what? I don't even know if it does. Because, you know, this is my father who doesn't drive. And he frequently talks about, like, I know where you can get that thing. It's at this store. I'm like, damn, that store closed down 5 years ago. Or, when did you buy it from the store? 20 years ago. They definitely don't carry it anymore. I try and be gentle about it, but he's a little out of touch with things. To be real, it doesn't matter anyway, because anytime he needs that stuff, I end up ordering it online because they never have what he wants in the stores. So I'm getting it online anyway. Slap that disc in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was a long day. It was a long day. It's been a long week, and we're only 2 days into it. 3, I guess. In-person shopping is dead. Yeah, I mean, I like in-person shopping, but the problem I have is that, like, all these places I go to, if you're trying to deal with someone who's very particular, they want a particular brand of clothing, and no one carries it in the store, but you can get it online. It kind of ruins it. But increasingly, a lot of these stores just don't get anything. Like they don't have anything that I want. Or you could order it online. And it kills me a little bit inside. Why, Fredmo? It kills me a little bit inside when you go in these stores and they're like, we don't have it, but we can order it. And I'm just like, I'd like to support brick and mortars, but I could just do this online. I didn't need to spend my gas to come down here. The only time I'll do that is at a bookstore, because I want bookstores to stick around. But I also hate that this. I feel bad for anyone working at like a Barnes and Noble, which I haven't been in ages, just because I buy books faster than I read, and eventually I have to stop myself and be like, read what you have. Do what you have, or go to the library. My hours never line up with the library, so I can never actually make it in there when I'm free. At least one near me. But I go into the Barnes and Noble and people are like, I want this book online for the online sale price, but in the store. And they have to explain how, like, the online component is separate. Online is a separate component. Prenmo, are you harassing people here? Let's keep this live to yourselves. Oh. Just you. Well, as long as it's just me. As long as it's just me, I can accept it. I don't particularly like it, but I can accept it. I can accept it. Well, tonight's the night. Maybe. This is the final night in Fatal Frame. Not necessarily the final night of Fatal Frame in terms of streaming, but we're on the last night. We're approaching the end. Most of the chapters have fit conveniently within the confines of a single stream. So I'm hoping this will be the case. As always, when I reach the end of the game, it's not so much like there could be 10 minutes of gameplay in a boss fight, and it could take me hours if the boss fight is tough or I just can't handle it. What was it, like Heroine's Quest? So it's like there's like 20 minutes of gameplay left, and I was right about that, and then I just couldn't beat the boss. for like an hour, over an hour. Like, oh, this guy sucks. Oh, very tired this week. Very worn out. Trying to get everything set up for tomorrow. I'll have to work on it more tomorrow for my 2-year anniversary, delayed anniversary stream. We're going to be doing some soldering. I'm very nervous. I've never streamed using that equipment before. It's in a different location. I don't know how it's all going to work out, but it'll happen one way or the other. Winter is coming. Yeah, that's once like the days start getting shoulder. Once the days give me the shoulder punch. Once the days start getting shorter and colder is what I was trying to say, and they just melded together in my head. Yeah, I just start like, oh, it's time to hibernate. It's time to hibernate. I hope you don't hurt yourself. I don't expect to hurt myself. It's more of the mental variety. Though I do have to go out and get down to the gutters again, because I cleaned them all out, and within like 4 hours, they're all full of leaves again. But that's just like, it's like shoveling snow. Like, there's a point where you just let it go and take care of it when it's done. But there's also a point where it's like, I'm going to have an easier time shoveling 2 inches of snow twice than like 4 inches of wet snow. So even though it's just going to snow again, like, I better get out there and clean that stuff off. And that's how the leaves are like. But it certainly just feels like, anyone else have to deal with it's like cleaning leaves up, and it just feels like completely pointless. You just feel like you're wasting your time because you get all the leaves out, and then the wind just blows a bunch of leaves back in, and it's just like, man, I'm like Sisyphus over here. They just replaced the rock with leaves, and I think I'd rather have the rock. Good, doing good, Judd. Good. Yeah, I hate leaves. I hate dealing with leaves. What snow is the worst? Yeah, that's the stuff I can't stand. Usually what happens, I get to the end of the driveway, and then I gotta, like, that stuff that's in the street, like, I gotta clear that out, otherwise the cars are gonna have trouble, or I have to, like, ramp over it, and I gotta scrape that stuff around. Also, like, the mail here, I have to, like, shovel in front of the mailbox, because people park on the street, and so the plow doesn't clear the snow up to the mailbox, up to the curb. And then I gotta get out there and shovel a section, otherwise they won't deliver the mail. So I guess all that stuff about, through rain or sleet or snow is like not really true. I'm just cracking a joke. I don't begrudge them that, but it's like, it's really irritating. I'm more irritated at the people who have driveways and garages, and they still park on the street, and their driveway is just empty. And I'm just like, get off the street when it's snowing, clear the way for the plow. I keep hoping the plow will just like drive through their cars someday. Accidentally. It hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna be a powder snow shovel all day, 6 inches wet snow. I'm out. Yeah. The wet snow, like, it doesn't matter how much of it is. You're shoveling, it's sticking to the shovel. That it just adds so much weight. My brother and I, years ago, when I was shopping for a car, I saw a listing at a car lot for a snowplow. And I don't mean like a truck with a plow on the front. I mean like an industrial snowplow. And we came very close to getting the funds together to buying the snowplow. And our plan wasn't to actually like make money plowing. Our plan was to fortify the thing and just barricade the neighborhood and extort money from people. So it's probably good that we didn't get it. Even though it would have been fun to live our Mad Max dream, I don't think it would have worked out so well for us. Tell me how you want to plow. That's explicitly it. I did not want to. I did not want to at all. I just wanted to jam up a street. I just wanted to do like the Trade Federation in Star Wars Episode 1, just form a blockade and then force them to the negotiating table, where they would pay us money to leave, which is usually how it works. There's nowhere else to be parked inside, else it freezes. Yeah. I never used the snowblower. I've used the snowblower like twice, and I hated it. And I think maybe it was just because the snowblower, which I did not own, and it wasn't one that I picked out, I just don't think it was very good. My stepdad has a snowblower, and when I go over and shovel there, I still refuse to use it. But also that snowblower has like a plastic wing nut on it that holds the like the blower assembly, and it's just like it's the worst design because the thing shakes while you're running it, and it just shakes the screw off. And then I gotta dig around the snow for the damn thing. Plowmaster, all hips and rhythm. You got me wrong there, man. There ain't no rhythm in these bones. there ain't no rhythm. No, nor stamina. Nor stamina. I've pretty much just given up physically. Like my weight's all right, but like everything else is like, I don't need this. I don't need to be physically well. My advanced age is setting in. I'm just letting myself mummify. It's fine. I'm here. Can you start? Well, the good news for you, Ryan, I haven't actually started yet. You're seeing into the future. What's up, Ryan? Welcome in. How you doing? I thought I might have had something else in my mind. I don't. I was just hanging out with the dog. I think he's mad at me because I got mad at him. And we're both mad at each other. So I have to stop by after stream and try and make peace with the dog. I'm trying to get mad at the dog. I'll tell you what, man. The dog, like, sometimes he wants to bite and he thinks it's a fun game, and I try and redirect it to a toy. And sometimes that works. And then sometimes he will sit there and bark at me because I'm not letting him chew on my arm. And then he'll start trying to rip my clothes up. Well, I can't stand for that. But he doesn't. He won't take no for an answer. It's called. There's no cults. No cults. It's in the rules. I make sure it's in the rules. Sometimes it doesn't make it in the rules. It's in the rules. No starting cults in the chat. It's in the rules. No cults. I mean, if you already have a cult, I guess I haven't explicitly banned that. It's just the starting of cults. No, he's mostly a good dog, but like, I got my breaking points, man. He just kept pushing it, and I finally like snapped at him and like clapped my hands at him, trying not to yell at him. Don't always succeed. But he's doing better overall. He's doing better overall. But I'm pretty stressed out these days. So like, it's like the worst combination of, it's like, are you stressed? Hang out with this small creature that needs you to not be stressed. And I'm like, no, please. So hopefully I get a break from that coming up. Like the dog. Don't like babysitting all day. Gotta get some nog. Yeah, I had to stop. I had to stop all the fun stuff like that. It was wrecking me. Petting animals helps with stress. See, this is the thing, like, I would like to pet him, but once I start petting him, he decides that's time to start gnawing on my flesh, and I only have so much of it left. I cannot afford to have it taken off of me. I think having mom with the sandal has been the most terrifying things for animals and children. Yeah, I think I shocked him a little bit too much. So I gotta try and make it up to him. I don't know how. I don't even know if he'll remember. He deserves your flesh. Then I have explicitly told him he does not deserve it. He has no right to demand it. Chuck Norris, like, Jum's Jesus type of cult. Well, I hope not. Paramount has listed some strange cult edicts, and I do not necessarily agree with those. And I'd say that the dog never wants to stop eating. The dog eats its food and then spends 20 minutes leaking the metal bowl, trying to find more food. Just bottomless. It's a hungry hippo, that dog. Let's go over to the game screen. Get my volume adjusted. Then make a note. If we're starting, keep in mind everyone else joined in. Everyone seems to really want the cult, which is moderately troubling to me. I know where Final Fantasy was, so I can adjust it back down. Calamity. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I sometimes do that. I'm glad it lists the time on there. Because once I start making multiple saves and I come back into it and I'm like, oh, I don't know which one it was. I forget which game I was playing recently where like I just had to guess. Because I didn't have a time listed. She was forgetting this is a cult until Jump says the word by mistake. I need some sort of, I don't know how I could pull this off. I need some sort of filter that will just automatically censor that out of my speech. I don't think I could make it happen. I could try. Let's see what calamitous activity we have. It's Kyrie's time to shine now. She's going to come get us with her multitude of spectral accomplices. I don't think I have the Mirror Stone anymore, so my death is imminent. Boom. I don't mean that. I don't mean that, Silas. Child. Who is this terrifying child? Who else would do this but a cult? Yeah, I guess. I mean, are they a cult though? Is practicing like strange shrine traditions cult behavior? I think it's classified slightly differently. It sounds cultish. I think in order for me to a cult, they would have to be recruiting new members. And I think that they're all, there's a fine line between like a cult and a strange religious organization. And I think the Shrine Group would be a religious organization more than a cult. They have to learn outsiders for breeding. I mean, they don't have to. They don't have to, but like they should, but they don't have to. Oh, the sacrificing young maidens. You remember the Jum cult? There is no cult. I hope. Please don't start cults in my name. I cannot take responsibility for that. Yeah, I don't know. I would say that functionally they're the same. Functionally, like weird, like Japanese shrine-based groups have the same functionality as a cult. I guess my big beef is that most of the time cults are centered around a charismatic cult leader who's completely full of it and like none of it's real. Right? And then this is a group where like, oh no, there's measurably evil things there. They were doing the thing and it worked. But then at that point, it's like, does that mean every like cult of Cthulhu so forth is not really a cult? Like Jared Leto. Yeah. The patron saint of failed movies. Which is being pedantic. I know I'm being pedantic. Cult religions. I know cult religions are the thing, but and the cult she's down talk cult leaders. We said, but see, that would be my whole cult would be a cult of anti-personality. That's just like, don't worship me. I'm not worth it. I'm not worth their time. And that just makes people like want to join more somehow. I'm just saying, like, a cartoon mouse cult. It's part of the cult for the benefits. We do offer a competitive benefit package. However, the requirements for it are quite severe. Just regular Koto. There's nothing special about it. Am I supposed to play something? Play me a song, you're the Kyoto man. Well, it's Koto, not Kyoto. And she's not a man either. None of that matched whatsoever. Let's just forget it. Brandon's USB jack and going towards it. No, sir. There's some old Koto sheet music on the desk. I picked up the Koto sheet music. It's an old song, but I think I can play it. How? How do you even know how to read that? I don't know how to play any instruments, and I know if I found some sheet music and a ghost was like, play me a tune on that piano, I would just be like, you're gonna have to kill me because I don't know what I'm doing with this. Song is about a piano. It's not really from his POV. Well, yeah, but like it's about a piano man, and this isn't a piano, and she's not a man, and she needs to play it. So it's the Koto woman. It's pretty good. What are you talking about, Brahedmo? What are you on about? Do I want to go up the creepy stairs? Ghost photos are scattered on the desk, just like the ones from my mother's camera. I don't know if I want to go up there. All that for a door. You know, Silas, but keep in mind, what you're describing is like 90% of survival horror. You could put that on the review of like almost every survival horror game ever made. All that for a door? What's up, Kankuro? How's it going? Some invisible force seems to be holding it. Okay, fine. I guess I'm going up the creepy stairs. When you go through so much stuff, it's like you're going to have to play this chess game to get this door open. You're going to need 2 different kinds of gemstones, and they're somewhere in the city. We've got a puzzle for you to solve. Play the piano keys. Like, what do I get from it? The door opens. I could just break this door. I've got a fire axe in my inventory. I was expecting a ghost. There's still time. There's still time to get haunted here. We're up all night to get haunted. Light is shining in through the hole in the floor. I don't know if you want to get that close. There's gonna be like a needle coming out of there or something. I don't need the eye trauma again. Not for a second time. Jeez. Wow, I just one-shot that ghost. Damn. I was getting pretty worried there, but she just... a real layup there. All right. I should find out what kind of film I'm rocking right now. Oh, it's the weak film. All right, good. We're good. Good. Doors easily breakable, just saying all this front. Yeah, that's most of the time. It's like, what's the door made out of? Particle board? Like, I'm just going to walk through it. It's made out of glass. I got a rock. Maybe these games will probably scream. This one is pretty, this one gets pretty tense when the ghosts start coming after you. They're pretty spooky. This game is so Japanese, they hate being the center of attention. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. What do we got here? I really want to avoid using the higher tier film until I actually find some stuff. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to getting that range maxed out. Okay, we'll just keep rolling on it. So that's it. I just looked through the hole in the floor so that the ghost can be like, get away. What's this? There's something on the top of the beam. Herbal medicine. Delicious. There's just going to be another ghost here, isn't there? There's a hole in the wall. There's a snake in my boot. Oh, see, she's too trusting. Uh-oh. Well, I feel for you, but I think it's too late for that. Some totally shelf-safe herbal medicine that you shouldn't question. Yeah, it's just like Flintstones vitamins. They never go bad. They just get better with age. I don't know about you. I would not trust, like, it's almost any circumstances. I would not trust like getting that close to a hole in the wall. I don't even like looking through like a peephole in a door because I'm so terrified of eye trauma that someone's on the other side of it. Like, they just poking an ice, an ice pick or something. You're out an eyeball or two. And a tutor, M&M wants no regrets. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Now, if it was a green one, you have to question if it started life out as a green one or if it hadn't become that color with age. But she's got like ghosts. They've already shown, like, we had a mask made specifically to gouge people's eyeballs out for a ritual. You really want to trust these things to not just like poke in through you? But I guess if the game was like, if this thing concerns you, don't do it, we would not have come here in the first place, and it wouldn't be much of a game. That's quite an angle there, man. Like walking through a fun house here. What's going on down there? Shiny stuff down there. Is this the Buddha? This is the Buddha room. What an odd place to put it. Where there's some functioning adult now used to eat toilet paper with a splash of water. Energy mush. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's somewhat horrifying. What was the purpose of the toilet paper in that? It just seems like an unnecessary addition. Sometimes paper is yellow. This is lemonade mush. Oh my god. I don't think I could handle that. I think I would just have to leave if I witnessed that. Like, nah, I'm out of here. A box of film. Ooh, get the high grade film. Lemonade rush. Ugh. I hear it, but I don't see it. It must be down there somewhere. It is. What's in the box? Truth binder. What does that mean? It looks like a little door there. Is there anything else back this way? Am I just gonna get jumped? I'm an expert at soldering. I don't know if I call myself an expert so much. I like to think I'm pretty good. I've been doing it for a long time. Oh, we got the stone mirror. Let's go. My life is saved. One time, at least. But I've been doing it for a while. There's always more to be learned from it, but I also have invested in a lot of tools that go hand in hand with it, that make a lot of the tasks easier, that people might not necessarily want to invest in. Oh. Yes. Oh, I don't want to play ball. Oh, hello? Child. Oh, well. Well, she's in the wind. There's a big mirror. Maybe all the mansion's mirrors have some ritualistic meaning. Yeah, I mean, they've talked about how the mirrors are, like, their whole deal is, like, it keeps in the evil. I see it shiny over there. Throws wrench. If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench. A face only a mother could love. It's heavily painted with makeup. Possibly wearing a mask. I'm painting with frightful colors here. Could it mean something? I don't know. What am I looking at here? What are we looking at? I'm seeing some kind of cat. Let's take a look. Let's analyze this here. So we got 2 cat ears here, right? There's an eye, there's a little cat face, and then it's got one of its paws up, like those lucky cat statues, right? Goat head with human body. I guess that's also possible if these are horns, and then the face is down along here. And there's some kind of, is that a hand holding something? I'm so confused by what I'm looking at. Oh, I see a shiny thing in there. Let me in. The only way I knew that was doors because she looked at it. Surely this won't go wrong. Somebody crying. I don't like that. A piece of the holy mirror under the Shinto gate. That's the 4th piece. One more piece and the mirror is complete. Kyrie's hairpin. I got a beautiful golden hairpin. Maybe it was Kyrie's, that woman in the prison. Uh-oh. Well, this is some jazzy tune here. What's up, Joshua? Oh. Is this the mysterious stranger that they disappeared? Kyrie Mafuyu? No, it's not him. Maybe it's the man she loved when she was alive. There's an old diary written in charcoal ink where the holy mirror used to be. Black cats are best cats. I do like a black cat. Smoking a cigarette in the cigarette holder? Possibly. It did look like a black cat. It did look like a black cat in the image. My brother had a black cat. His name was Johnny. I called him Johnny Cat. Like Johnny Cab from Total Recall. He was an interesting cat. Orange cat's the crazy one like women. I had an orange cat, and he was pretty chill. But he came with two brothers that were completely different. All 3 of them were so different from each other. Well, my cat was, the worst thing he ever did is if you're eating a bowl of cereal, he'd come over and try and sneak up and like reach his paw up on the bowl and tip it over so he could drink the milk. And he was pretty relentless about that. But otherwise, he was a pretty chill dude. While I was looking out the window today, I saw somebody walking in the garden. He didn't notice me. He was just walking around leisurely, gazing at the trees and hills. I saw him again today, walking in the garden. He saw me once too and waved to me. I don't know why, but my face got hot and I ducked out of sight. When I told the chief priest about it, he was terribly surprised. He told me I wasn't to look out the window again for a while. Quit looking out that window. It looks like there's a diary on top of the old desk. More diaries. All the diaries. The strangling ritual will be held soon. The master and the priest are performing their ablutions. What is an ablution? Am I pronouncing that correctly too? Ablutions. It is ablution. Okay, cool. The act of washing oneself, often used for humorously formal effect. I don't think they were doing it for humor, man. They're priests. It's a cult. I'm just saying. I don't. It's a fine line. They probably are a cult, but they could just be. They're in the long line of tradition. In the long line of tradition passed on through the family of maintaining the shrine, I can't explain it in any reasonable way. Plus, they're all dead, so I mean it's kind of a moot point. I'm just saying. In my mind, they're not a cult. It's a different thing. It's like the difference between like orcs and goblins, right? Or goblins and hobgoblins, right? They're both goblinoids, right? But there's subtle differences between them. It's like a square and a triangle, or square and a rectangle, right? All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. That's that sort of thing. It's in that shape, but it doesn't quite have the proper dimensions. It's a tightrope to walk. It is. The only thing that I contest on this, why they are a religious sect and not a cult, is that they were correct in the thing that they weren't worshiping a thing. They were trying to prevent a thing. It's very close to a cult. The goblin cult apologist. I'm just saying. Maybe we judge goblins a little bit harshly, you know. I mean, cults do that too. They do, but cults are usually like actively trying to ferment something and not prevent it. Although some cults would also prevent it. I just don't think cult is 100% accurate. I don't know another word that would fit. I think cult misrepresents what they are. They're not good, mostly, but super secret society cults. Yeah, fanatic. See, fanatics fits more. They're fanatics. The cult apologists. I'm just saying, there are other cults I'm fine with, but like these are the cult is made. But so are non-cults. That's exactly what I'm saying. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares, right? And cults are the square, and this thing is a rectangle. It's close, but it's subtly different. I can't explain it better. I can't come up with a better explanation. I just feel like a cult is mislabeling them. But also, I will say calling them a cult is fair. I will say you wouldn't be you wouldn't be guilty of any great like mistreatment to call them a cult. But I think I just think it is a bit too dismissive. That's what I'm getting. It's too dismissive. Because I hear like cult, it's like that's just a cult, right? It's a dismissive kind of thing. These guys are like serious business, at least in my opinion. Strangling ritual will be held soon. The master and the priest are performing their ablutions, and it looks like the whole family has gathered here at the mansion for the ritual. This mansion is usually so lonely, but for today anyway. It's bustling with life. One of the priests was staring at me today. He looked so sad. I'm the rope shrine maiden. I have a very important obligation to fulfill. But how can I perform my duty as the shrine maiden now, feeling the way I do? Now that I've found out the true joy of living, and now that I've gone and gotten that poor man involved. Yeah, I mean, he's dead, unfortunately. Like, they killed him. Just like to see what we saw being a cult. I mean, I'm not gonna. That doesn't pertain to my own like activities. Find a diary. Oh, another diary. I'm just saying these people. I can't comment on whether or not I am or am not in some sort of cult. Today is the day I get to walk outside. I was walking in the mansion's atrium when he suddenly appeared from out of the guest room. It's the first time I've talked to an outsider since I came here. It was so much fun. He came to see me. He let me out of the room and we went outside. He taught me the names of all of the flowers. Everything about this is so new to me. My face got hot again today, but I didn't want to hide this time. Ooh, how scandalous. More diary? Drink your slurry plays the hand. See, only I get to drink the slurry because I need it to power my various functions. I cannot spare a drop of it. He came to see me again today. The chief priest said we mustn't go out into the garden, so we just stayed in the room and talked. He told me so many interesting things about the outside world. I feel so happy when I'm with him. So very, very happy. That's not what you want in your rope shrine maiden. Sadly. I walked in the garden with him today. How beautiful the cherry blossoms are. He's taught me so much since we've met. I never even feel lonely anymore. Yeah, it's gonna end badly. I wonder if Carrie used to read these books when she was trapped here, over and over. What kind of books do you think they have in there? Strangling rituals and you. The value of sacrifice. I can see a backyard with a well. Only one window. The only connection to the world. Was it where they kept her? They kept her locked in a box? That's pretty harsh. There's no sequel to A Wizard from Earthsea. Sequel to Tomb. No, I couldn't get it in time. The girl was a shrine maiden to this cult. Praises Eldritch God. She learned from the outside world. Review shatters. That's more or less like what's going on. Because like they're, like their whole thing is she has to have no attachment to the world in order for the sacrifice to be effective. Oh, Jesus. I see you back there. Please, God, no. I don't think I can fight her. I think I need to leave. Oh, Lord, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, but that's not the place. Oh, get out. Jeez. Oh, no. Who's trying to make some cares about his name? Momoji? I don't know Momoji is. His name sounds vaguely familiar. Your meme's done. Ooh, thank you, Flash. Who's Momo's beat? Must be Japanese for Shrek. No, not that. Is that from Ninja Gaiden? I think that's from Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden, I see. I received a direct message. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who that is. I got a DM from someone the other day that I've never spoken to before. I suspect their account is hacked or they sent their message to the wrong. I don't know. I see they're in another person's server, and the message is just, "How have you been today?" Which is a weird message to get from someone you've never spoken to at all ever. So I don't really know what to do with that. I've been staring at it like, do I tell somebody about this? Toho, the game with the girls. Never played it. I know a bunch of Toho memes, and I've never played the games. Bots. I don't know if it's a bot. Maybe it is. They've been in this other server for a while. I didn't respond to it. I just kind of left it on read and just figure like it'll go away eventually. I don't encounter that very often. So whenever it comes up, it's like, is this, it's like the butterfly meme. Is this a bot? Oh, I gotta get jumped in here again. There's an old scroll on the altar. The priest's manual. Oh, we have the instructions. Finally, I can put together that IKEA shelf. Oh, this is the wrong instructions. The mirror, blessed with the 5 gods' protection, repels disaster. When the gate opens, stand before the mirror rock, which is in front of the gate, and point the mirror at the gate, then seal it with the maiden's rope. All elements mentioned above must be present for the ritual to succeed. We must prevent the calamity at all cost. This is the God-given duty of the Himuro family. I put the Himuro family priest manual in my file. All right, so I've got, what, 4 out of 5 of the mirror pieces. Hairpin ornament with gold. It has 2 prongs. 3 healing items. I lost my my mirror stone. She killed me. She touched me and killed me. I was right to run from her. She insta-killed you. I thought I remembered that she would do that, but I was like, oh, I made it. I just now thought to check. Safe and to interfere answer messages like those. Same. It's the same. Like, I would never respond to an unsolicited messages like that. She touched me. Nothing gives you that right. There's an old scroll at the top of the staircase. More manual. No document records the history of the gate in the mansion's basement. The Himuros have been given the duty of protecting the gate. They built a shrine on this land and performed the rope ritual. We must prevent the calamity at all cost. That is the duty of the Himuro family. Is there anything over here? There was. Got the Jum flesh. I guess I caught those hands after all. That didn't take long. The gate is the entrance to the land of the dead. It has been feared and revered since ancient times. If the gate seal fails, the calamity will occur, and the malice will pour out from hell. The souls of those touched by the malice are bound to this world and cannot be saved. We must prevent the calamity at all cost. That is the duty of the Himuro family. Oh, that means like all the people who died here whose ghosts we've been battling are just beyond any saving. Where do I go? Where do I go now? How limited are my options? Am I just going back? Well, I had to go through. Was it this one? That took me down to the well. Yeah. Where will I go now? Probably down where the gate is. That was my thought. I need to find the other mirror piece too. and hopefully find another mirror stone. Eternally trapped. It's got to bring down the property values. I don't think this place is gonna sell for a high price, like anytime soon. What do they call stigmatized properties? This is definitely on that list. The door is nailed shut. Wow, these ghosts have been busy. Well, all I can do is keep charging forward and hope I can find another save point soon. And then maybe not. Maybe not get touched again. It's like touched by an angel, except she's not an angel. And she's not solving my problems. She's just murdering me. So I guess really it's not like that at all. Nailing doors for eternity. I mean, I think there's better uses of your time, but that's just like my opinion, man. I gotta try and find anything that I can to prolong my life here. Okay, it's nailed shut. What about this one? Is this one nailed shut? There's a save point in here. Okay, well, my options are limited. That does make it easier to figure out where I'm going here. Where will I find the final piece? Fairly certain it's all in here. I was just taking a poke around to see if there's any shinies lying around. It's nice that they gave me the mirror stone like right away and then took it away immediately. What's up, Skyo? Welcome in. Precious shinies. I need those shinies. I found my my life-saving rock, and then I got rocked, and now my rock is gone. Is this a rock? Something was reflecting light from my flashlight. Sacred wall. Well, it's not exactly it. It's a pedestal in front of the mummy. Its recess is shaped like the hairpin. Placed in front of the mummy for inserting something. Use the hairpin. I heard a little noise over by the door. Okay. Any shiny? There's shiny stuff over here. What you got? Spirit stone. I mean, that's cool and all. It's no mirror stone. Fine enough. Everything is a rock. What am I gonna do with all these rocks? There are all these rocks in my pocket. None of them are the life-saving kind. Good. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Everyone all right. I'm tired today. And I didn't have like a very tiring day. I was just tired all day. But I had a little fight with the dog. Now I'm worried that the dog... I'm sure the dog will be okay and forget it, but I'm worried that the dog is just not going to like me anymore. I think the door unlocked. That's very nice, Brian Mo. I hope that second part isn't from watching Jum. Yeah, man, baby, how dare he? That dog's got he pushes my button. It's the same kind of thing that happens with my nephew that I absolutely hate. And like they push my buttons just right, and I'm just like, I can't handle this, and I need to escape, and they won't let me. And I'm just like, just lose my cool. And then forever feel bad about it. I just don't want to get chewed on, man. I don't want to get chewed on. I'm we have to be watching Jum. You're not watching enough Jum. not those kind of buttons, man. There's a shiny over there. What you got? Herbal medicine. It's all good, but like, it's not exactly what I want. I would prefer a different sort of rock. Sacred ropes are wrapped around the stone pillar. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, I see shiny. Please be something good. Please be the specific good thing that I want. Oh, God. They're all lining up. Oh, there she goes. They're gonna go pull her limbs off. Uh-oh. I don't know if he's the only one. I don't think he is. Boy. Ah! No! Damn it! They're right on top of me. I need to get some distance here. Got him. I think there's another one. Zero shot. Oh! Don't touch me! Woo! Yeesh. Yeesh. Upgrade time. Oh, I can't upgrade now. Stock up film and save. I didn't need to at the time because I had found other film that put me above 30, but now I can try and stock up. For some moon rock. I would like a moon rock. Of course, that would probably just turn me into a ghost. I'll give you dogs, for the most part, not fans of keeping grudges. Yeah. So here's where I have with the dog, and when stuff doesn't go my way, and I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. I hear the stories. We just need pretty ladies stealing the souls of ghosts with a camera. I agree. I mean, it's nice they're doing another remake or remaster, one or the other, but like, I'd like to see a new one. But then you never know. I think Ryda was talking about this in Anna's stream earlier. Like, sometimes like enough time has passed and enough people have left the company that when they go to make like a new version of a game, an old game that you loved, it's just a lot of the magic can be gone. So I'm always hesitant when they're like, we're making a new game after 20 years. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. He was just swimming. He was swimming in my soul, Silas. He was tainting my soul. Yeah, so here's the thing that can happen with dogs. So sometimes with Arthur, the puppy, I will take him outside and he pees a little bit and then nothing else. And then he's just running around and scrounging around. And eventually it's cold. It's like, all right, we got to go inside. And he seems to be done doing his business outside, right? And then I go in the house and I have to leave him alone for like 5 minutes, right? You know, I'm trying to cook something. I'm trying to do some dishes, right? I turn my back for a short span of time after having just taken him out, and I turn around and he's pooped on the floor. And I get a little heated. I get a little angry. Well, what can happen is that the dog will start to eat their own poop to conceal the evidence of having pooped, which I don't really want. And he has been eating poop, which is something that a lot of dogs do for a lot of reasons. And I'm like, oh, I hope, please don't let me be giving this dog a complex here. Don't let me give this dog a complex. What kind of dog? He is a mixed breed of indeterminate breeds, which is, it's just kind of a thing. Like, you can look at it, eyeball a mixed breed dog and kind of guess, but like, I don't know. He's some kind of hound, possibly. I don't know what kind of dog he is. Give us the dog. I've got a pic. Is this it? That's not it. Is this it? That's not it. No. No, that's Burger King. What was that? Which one? Well, that's from Avrio Monsters. That's from Cocoa Weeds, a Cocoa Weeds commercial. I don't label. No, I don't label them because it's funnier to me to just constantly be like, what image is this? Oh, it's Macho Man. They're all just like image 3, image 4, image 5. What if he had porn there? That not in my OBS. I can't think of why I would have that imported in there. Oh, let me. I know I have a picture of him somewhere, but I think it's in a different. Okay. I can bring this image in. Whoa, it's a big one. Dun dun dun. There's Arthur. He's trying to steal the root beer. He's a cutie. The A and W stands for, oh, look at this dog. Yeah, so that's little Arthur. He's the family's puppy. We've had for like a month now, I want to say. He's pretty good. He's still a puppy. He still likes to chew. He hasn't quite gotten away from that. He's still learning. He's doing pretty good. You know, getting potty training is going pretty well with him. He's generally fairly well behaved. They started crating him at night because he was having trouble sleeping at night, and he seems to have taken it okay. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's a pretty rambunctious guy. We had a little fight today. And then he didn't want to hang out with me no more. So I'll see him later. But he's pretty good. But like, I don't know, there's just something like I just like completely because the dog last month, yeah, going over to last year's photos. I'll tell you that all these photos are just photos that I had brought into OBS at some point and then just never deleted them. Name of the dog. The dog's name is Arthur. My young nephew, named the dog after Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. Which is as good a name as any. It disappears down into darkness. It makes me feel like I'm getting sucked in. Well, don't do that. Stare into the abyss. Man at bottom. Shiny thing. What you got for me? There's a note on the ground with a rock on top of it. My food use note. There would need some money. Yeah, Yeah, he's pretty good, but I gotta calm my temper with him because I'm like stressed out about something and I turn my back for like a few minutes. And then he's like, I could have gone outside, but I won't. And then I feel bad because it's clear that he feels bad about it. He just doesn't understand how to let me know he needs to go, nor does he understand that he should go when we're outside. He's just a puppy. He hasn't gotten it yet. But I spend a lot of time feeling like I like spending time with him, but after a while it's like I'm stuck here. I feel caged myself and it's starting to wear at me. Dear Miku. Miku. Blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your Wi-Fi. I don't think it's that Miku though. Maybe his final will and testament was for Hatsune Miku. Go for walks together. Yeah, I mean that's something, but that's also stressful for me. I do play with them. It's just like it's like having very small children, and I'm like, all right, I have to go use the bathroom, and the dog's just like crying and howling, and I'm like, I'm in the bathroom. And if I open the door, which I don't really want to do, because I'm one of those people that even if I'm home alone, I don't want to use the bathroom with the door open. He stares at me from the door. He won't go into the bathroom, and he just cries and howls. Or he goes and pees on the couch, and I'm just like, damn it, dog. But also, like, he needs to figure out, like, if you want me to throw the ball, you have to drop the ball. The ball is not for tug of war. The ball is for throwing. Chumiku Beat cosplay. I have another model. It's not on this computer that I made because this model that I made wouldn't work with the program that Anadona was using for her anniversary. She was doing she found this like VRM fighting game, this Vroid fighting game where you could upload your own VRMs and have them fight. And my model is a custom made model, which means it doesn't work with a lot of that stuff. So I quickly went to Vroid Studio and made a Jum model there with big Hatsune Miku hair. It was very fun. I should bring it on this computer so I could throw it up here sometime as a joke. Monk's Down and Animal coming to the bathroom with us and stare like the weird little freaks they are. Yeah, I've had other dogs that were like weird about that, and they would just come in there and sit there and they'd be fine. But he doesn't want to go into the room. He wants me to get up and do stuff for him. Mostly he wants me to come feed him. He's endlessly hungry. I know it's weird, but I see you sometimes here in the mansion. I run after you, but I always end up losing sight of you. There must be some kind of warp in time here. We'll probably never be able to find each other. Were you worried about me? Is that why you came? I hope you get this note. I need you to help me. The force behind the curse of Himuro Mansion is a woman named Kyrie. She was sacrificed in a ritual, and her sad spirit was exposed to the malice that spilled out of hell when the calamity happened. Now she's a miserable creature that taints everything she comes into contact with. Apparently, I remind her of the man she was in love with. I somehow just knew that when she touched me. I plan on going to see her now. If I don't, this mansion will keep right on claiming victims. Kyrie laments her ill-fated life, but at the same time, she also regrets not having been able to fulfill her duty as the Shrine Maiden. I saw the image of Kyrie as a child. She was looking for somebody to help her other tortured self. Kyrie is like a person divided in two. Miku, I want you to help Kyrie if you can. You have to seal off the Hellgate with the Holy Mirror. I said it was under a rock. Can I have that rock? Is it the kind of rock that I want? It's probably not the kind of rock that I want. Damn it. I had one mirror stone and then it was gone. I see a shiny thing over there. Does a crying puppy feed him? Well, back to that moment. Oh dear. Oh yeah, they just kind of,
Stop. No! Oh!
No! Yikes. It's not a cult. It's a different word for it.
No.
Did you upgrade? No, I didn't upgrade. I got distracted. And then everything went wrong. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Don't touch me! All right, I better heal myself here. Yikes. I'll use the herbal medicine. Won't take me all the way. But it'll take me somewhere. Max value increases the maximum charge value of mystical power. I feel like that will cause more damage. I'll get this first because it's more expensive. I'll get the other stuff later. I saw a shiny thing. There's a shiny piece of rock on the bloodstained floor. Yes! Please. Please don't come in here, Kyrie. Please don't come chase me down and take away my shiny rocks. Look at all that blood. What a waste. Probably the altar where the ritual is done. A huge stone pedestal stained red. Six Vengeance. It's one of my favorite kung fu movies. This probably one isn't with the name. About to lose that again. That's my fear. That they're like, here, take this, because we're about to kill your ass. Which I'll say, at least it's kind of them to like, here you go. Like, drop that thing out there like, yeah, we're about to kill you. We'll just throw you a bone here. What's this? Herbal medicine. Yeah, baby. Get away from me! I said, get away from me. Whew. That was stressful. It's coming from my toe bones. I need those toe bones. Yikes. We still haven't found the other piece of mirror. Oh, there's a couple shiny things. Sacred water. I'll take that. There's a piece of paper on the ground. It looks like a piece of notebook. My previous notebook. I've been thinking about the camera Mom left us. I know it was Mom's, and she left it to us when she died. But it used to belong to Grandma Mikoto. Her grandmother was Mikoto. Well, we'll get back to that. They say it was the only thing Grandma brought with her when she was adopted by the Hinasaki family. In some documents I found here in the mansion, there were notes about a little girl named Mikoto, the same name as our grandmother, finding a camera with an uncanny power. And then I found out that Mikoto's mother, the folklorist's wife, died the very same way Mom did. Ah, it's all coming together. Mom was no match for the ghostly power of that camera. It drove her mad, and she had to leave this world. Now, if that camera is the same one Mikoto's mother had, Anyway, I don't know all the specifics, but I'm pretty sure that camera is strongly connected to the curse on this mansion. Ah, that explains it. Back, had to go and pet my cat after seeing Arthur. It's like, oh, what a cute dog. I need to go see this cat. That's understandable. I always feel that way if I'm watching TV and I see a cute animal. I'm like, where's my dog at? All right. Photo shots 366. Ghost driven 66. I like those odds. All right, we're gonna continue on here. I don't know how much longer we got. I'm getting on edge here. I'm getting very nervous. I'll respond to this. Yes, I did feed Arthur. Hungry dog that he is. All right, I gotta take a quick break. I gotta go unload some slurry of my own here. I finished off GTA 3 yesterday. Claude is a badass. Is Claude a badass? I don't remember like the end of that game, but I missed the stream. Stream Ice's Maria at the start of the credits. Oh really? Nice. I haven't seen the end of that in a long time. I don't think I've ever gone back and played that again since the PS2 days. And the last one I played with any regularity was San Andreas. I don't think I got very far in San Andreas. I spent too much time trying to make the guy very fat, trying to make him as fat as possible, and then just stomping on cars while they try to drive away. Starts yapping about something and Claude just had enough. Sometimes you just got enough. Sometimes you just gotta know when to say when. Making CJ fat is kind of hard. Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time on that, and it takes a lot of upkeep because if you're running everywhere, like he's gonna burn those pounds. So you got to stop like every chance you get and fill up. And then I jump on a car and stomp on the hood and try to stay on the hood of the car while the driver drove away until it burst into flames. I got to be pretty good at it. I tried it the other day when I was testing that PS2 I got, and I couldn't stay on for very long. I'm out of practice. Good times. That was my problem with GTA games, is all too often I just horse around and never actually do any of the story stuff, so I never see what's going on in the game. I get to a certain point and I'm like, this is good enough. I don't need any more than this. All right, I got to take a very quick break here. And then I will return and we will continue the ghost hunting. And hopefully I don't get my toe bones chewed off by these weirdo ghosts. I really want to hold on to that mirror stone, which auto reses me when I get killed. And I don't want to lose that. I want to keep that for the end because I'm going to need it, probably. We'll see. We'll have returned in just a few moments. Fun seeing Ghost through those GTA games. I was trying to get the original GTA set up. And I think I found some patches that will make it work. So that's probably at some point in the future I'll play the original GTA, work my way up as I usually do. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Oh. No messages. Great. Come back. Thank you. Oh, man. I just stepped away for a minute. I was getting some eye strain there. It is a concern. I mean, it's one of my goals for the future is that I really like to not have to step away. And what I used to do, which didn't end up being that helpful, most of it's for like an eye strain problems. I have a terrible fear of losing my vision. Most of the men on my father's side of the family have suffered from like very severe glaucoma and have lost most of their vision by the time they're in their 60s or 70s. Now, I've still got a ways to go. Maybe old, but I'm not that old. But every year my vision gets worse. And it like quite a bit so. So I'm very terrified. I spend a lot of time on the computer and I'm really worried about my eyes going out. So I start getting eye strain and it's like, oh, I got to take a look away. And I used to just kind of like stop the game and just chat for a bit. And it became kind of a meme. And I didn't mind because it was funny where I would talk so much that the screensaver would kick on, like the switch would dim the screen. Or in this game, if you're on like the pause screen for a while, like you start to get bloody handprints. And mostly I'm just like trying to not stare at the screen for a minute. But then I just end up looking at chat. We get some cyber enhancements soon. Man, I hope. I feel bad for my dad because his vision is practically gone. And with glaucoma, once you have nerve damage, there's no going back. There's really like nothing out there for it. And he has friends who have different sort of eye problems, like macular degeneration, and there's treatments for that. I don't think there's a cure, but there's treatments that can help with that stuff, but that's different from nerve damage from glaucoma. Oh, well, yep, that's when everything went wrong. I mean, it went wrong because she met a dude and then was like, wait, I don't want to die, and it like soured the ritual. But yep, there's the mirror. And the devil's belch consumed them all. Of nerve damage, not my eyes yet, can't feel my fingers and feet. Ooh, that's rough. Man, I can't imagine that. Numb or burning, you never know what you're gonna get. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I had a scare in my younger days when I would occasionally lose feeling in my thumb. And then sometimes my thumb would twitch uncontrollably, but it just kind of resolved itself. But it was one of those things I go to the doctor and they're like, it's probably nothing. I'm like, doesn't fill me with confidence. But I'm mostly okay on that end. But like the eye thing, like I get checked every year and like the pressures are all good. Boy, I hate that. I'll tell you what, man. I'm horrified of eye trauma ever since seeing the original Terminator as a kid and seeing Arnold dig his eyeball out with an X-Acto knife. And it just like just set this lifelong fear of like getting poked in the eye, and you get your pressure taken and they got to poke your eye. And I'm just like, like you have to open your eyes like, okay, I will. I just can't do it. It's so bad. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, this is easy to say from the outside. You gotta like do your best to like carry on and make the best of whatever the situation is, but like it doesn't make it easy. But like you're still gaming, right? Like that's gotta add an additional challenge to that. Left hand fingers are numb. That's because the guitar calluses. Yeah, they actually poke your eyes anymore with those pressure tests. Oh, see, they don't poke it, but it still has to get close. At least where I am, they have other tests that they check, but they also do like the pokey test, and it doesn't really touch the eye. It just gets really close, and like that's enough. Like when I gotta sit and they take the retinal imaging, and it's like I can still feel it like getting closer, and I'm hoping that pressure stays down. Because what my father had to have done, which for one of his eyes was just too late, was too late. He was hesitant to do it, and I kind of waited too long. Not to say that it was his fault, but I just don't want to make it sound like it's all his fault this happened. But he was nervous about it. What they do is they go in, if your pressures are too high consistently, medication won't take care of it, that they will go in with a laser and poke holes in your eye to relieve pressure. And if it continues to be a problem, they will install this little plastic valve inside your eye to help regulate the pressure. Well, you're awake during that. And I can't imagine like, all right, here comes the laser into your eye. Keep your eyes open. Like, no, please. Bothers me that analog and digital clock seconds aren't synced. Yeah, I don't know where the time is coming from on this. It won't make a difference now, but I need to check my PS2's clock because I'm pretty sure I had it set. I don't wonder if the internal battery died, because I don't know if I replaced that. But like January 27th, 0 a.m. I think that's wrong. I think I'd rather die. Yeah, like I'll do it to not go blind if it comes to that. And I'm not even close to that yet. Like my blood pressure, my eye pressure, all of that stuff has been very good. despite my best efforts to not take any care of myself throughout my life. So it's just like I'm worried about it, and I check every year, but so far everything looks fine. But here's one thing that does concern me is that at one point my father had to change his optometrist. Oh, that looks wicked. My father had to change his optometrist, and the people he went to weren't checking his eyes properly, and so things got like bad there because like the place he went just wasn't doing the right job. They weren't doing the proper tests. That's not like all of the issue, but like I don't have the greatest trust with doctors, because I've had medical issues where doctors are like, it's stress. And it was like years of like, am I in a lot of pain? It's stress. It's just stress. Stress is causing a contraction of the muscle lining of your chest. I'm like, oh, okay. What? I'm like, I'm a teenager. I don't feel that stressed. And it being gallstones. And the doctor that found that was like, oh, they should have taken this out years ago. And I'm like, oh, that's good to know. So like anytime I go to a doctor and they're like, it's probably fine, I'm like, could you please check? Because you're not being very helpful. Medical gaslighting is real. It is. I don't understand it. I don't know what the deal is. Do I have like a mark in my record, like in that Seinfeld episode where they're just like, yeah, I can't help you. Use search projector and flip that every night so my GameCube stays in the middle for like 10 hours. Yeah, they tell you the console that is the absolute worst for that is the Dreamcast. That even if I'm not actively playing the Dreamcast, I have to remember to power it on for like an hour or two every week so that the battery doesn't die. It has a rechargeable battery, and the only thing, it's just the clock, and it just means I have to set it. There's no saves or anything attached to it, but it drives me crazy. Everything else seems to run pretty well. That's when doctors were like, you're doing relatively fine. Don't worry about my grandpa. Then jumped to colon cancer when we weren't getting better. Now they finally settle on something else, which is good. But like, what the fuck, doc? Yeah. I do not understand the medical industry. And like, I'd like to say like, I have a lot of respect for medical professionals, but I've had so many doctors that were just like, yeah, it's probably nothing. And I'm like, I'm not confident that's the case. And then they end up being something. And it's like, you know, they tell you like your best case with cancer is to catch it early. And you go to the doctor and they're like, I had a boss who passed away after a long struggle with cancer. And he had a long ordeal of going to doctors and just like not really getting answers. And by the time they found the cancer, they're like, well, if we had found it sooner. And he's telling me this story and I'm like, I'm angry for you. This is ridiculous. You're coughing blood? It's fine. Probably stress. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like if I went in there with my arms chopped off, they'd be like, I see that you're very anxious. I can medicate you for that. And then just send me on my way. I've been nerve damage a lot more since I was misdiagnosed for 10 years. Yeah, I just don't get it. It's so hard to like, once it only takes like one big thing to forever be like, look, doc, I'd love to trust you. You're the professional here, but like, sometimes you guys kind of suck. I like to say I respect doctors when I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's like, I think this is probably like downselling doctors a bit, but it's like auto mechanics where like you really want to find like a good, honest mechanic, and it only takes one, like, you know, oh yeah, you're gonna have to get these the suspension replaced. Like, oh, you mean the suspension you guys replaced 6 months ago? No, I don't. Like, it only takes one to be like, now I don't trust any of them. Now it's so hard to like trust if they tell you something needs to be done. Like, are you just ripping me off here? Trying to find someone who's honest. Doctors shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't have to go through that with doctors. What's up, Crooked Gamer? How's it going? At least with the mechanics, it's not usually life or death. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not looking at like the brakes, it's usually like just money, but still. But yeah, the doctors, you know, hey, we misdiagnosed you, and if we had diagnosed you properly, we could have solved these problems before. Oopsie. Oh. I like her laughing. It's very funny to me. It's a very serious situation. Oh, well. Oh, my. Oh, I think I gotta run. Oh, Lord. Oh, please, no. I think that's the way I came in. Or was just the way I came in? This is the way I came in. Do I fight her? Well, this is the, I guess, no, I'm fighting her now, probably, right? Am I fighting her now? Am I fighting her running away? Oh my God. So the wrapping her arms at the guy, I just thought about the Phasmo kill. Yeah! Why does this feel like NTR? It does, but it's her brother. But it's Japan, so that doesn't mean anything. How late you streaming? I usually go for 3 to 4 hours. In this case, I'm like at the end of the game, so I'll probably go until the game's over. But I think this may be the end here, unless I'm supposed to run. I'll find out. Shit. Oh God. Oh Lord. Not the shaking. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, so we are fighting her. Oh boy. Oh, did I get her? My eyes! Ah! Not the eye trauma. What's up, Reem? It's the download tour. It does look like that. Well, I hope that's the end, because it's my only camera. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to catch those hands. Was the mirror inside the camera all along? Feel strong spiritual power coming from the mirror. I need to use it to seal the gate. All right, now I stand in front of this, and then I use the mirror on the door. Oh boy. How I use this. Okay, hold on a second. Well, let me read the notes here. I don't think it was. I think it might have been scraps. So those touched. Okay. Just wait patiently while I read this. Yes, that is how cameras work. That is, but it's like a jagged, broken piece of mirror. Like, we made a camera out of it. Like, What? It's like making a camera out of like a random piece of obsidian. Like, we just found this rock and decided to build like a fancy looking camera around it. Getting tired of my head out. All right. Well, appreciate you stopping by. Hope to catch you again in the future. Get a good night's rest. Good talking to you. No document records the history of the gate. Our ritual must prevent the calamity. House disaster. Stand before the mirror rock, which is in front of the gate, and point the mirror at the gate, then seal it with the maiden's rope. All elements mentioned above must be present for the ritual to succeed. We must prevent the calamity at all costs. This is the God-given duty of the Himuro family. Do I have the maiden's rope? Where do I find the maiden's rope? Where's the rope? Where's the rope? All right, there's no is the rope here? Is it? Hold of only legend, repeals malice, seals the hell gate. I'm standing like in front of the rock here. There's a rope there. Don't touch me. They showed up here. They dropped the rope. Where's the rope? I can't see the rope. I don't know what to do. God help me. It's back there. Somewhere there's a rope. There's no help. There will be help. Doing pretty good at editing Resident Evil 7 finale. Recording for that lasted 2 hours. I got to go through. I saw your message. Can we use it on her? I don't know. Found some soda cans and built a spaceship out of them. That actually work. I have so many glitches and phantoms. It's getting hard to give them all a different name. It's just such a cool name, like glitch and phantom, individually or together with other words. It is such a cool name convention that it doesn't surprise me. There's no help. There's help for me. Possibly. Let me look this up before I just run around in a circle forever and die. Into the hole on the stone. Okay, so I have to insert it into the hole on the stone. All right. So I was like banging on the stone there, like, can I get past her? Oh, Jesus! I got one shot. The rock has a recess in the center about the size of a holy mirror. I know, I was like, I was just not pressing on the right spot. Put the mirror in there. What are you doing? Oh, there you go. Look at this photograph. It's a mirror. Oh, they turn into the Capri Sun kids.
Mafuyu, thank goodness.
She's alive. I never remember the rest of the the rest of the lyrics in that song. I only know that one line, and everything else is like. But that's the only thing I remember about that song is the meme. So the child was Kyrie. Well, no, they already told us that. They just told us that.
My duty is to keep this gate closed.
Oh boy. We guys go. I'm just gonna hang around.
Leave this gate to me. The rest of you, hurry and escape.
But what about you?
I must stop the calamity, or else it will happen again. Don't worry about me. You must go.
Yes, I would like that very much.
Mafuyu, come on.
Miku. I must stay.
What?
What are you saying?
I think I can help her.
I don't. Can you?
Miku, you go on without me.
I mean, is he?
The whole time Kyrie was guiding me, I could hear her screaming. Screaming for help. As the rope shrine maiden, she was destined to seal the gate. Yet she also wanted to be with the one she loved. But she couldn't have both, and was being torn apart by those two feelings, which resulted in the calamity.
Mm-hmm.
Her spirit was touched by the malice, and she became a creature that wanted to make others suffer as she had. Now free of the malice, she is about to fulfill her duty as the rope shrine maiden.
Okay.
Her soul must remain here, keeping this gate sealed off for all eternity. All alone. Endless pain. As long as she is free of pain, as long as she is not left hopeless, I wish to be by her side. Miku.
I feel like that would be intensely boring.
Mafuyu. Look, their souls are all going back to where they belong.
Oh. Well, I guess they're not beyond saving after all.
Miku. I now realize why I was brought here. And I will accept this destiny of mine. Miku. Thank you for everything.
Ever since that day, I stopped seeing things that other people don't see.
Is that good or bad? I guess it's good. Wow, I probably could have finished this last week. I thought the last chapter was going to be about comparable to the other ones. It really was just a boss fight. I could have finished this much earlier. We're like just about to cross the 2-hour mark. You know, out there you can't see them. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's worse because she knows they're there and now she can't see them. As opposed to if you never knew they were there and could never see them. I think like once you know they're there, like I think it's the sort of thing that eventually the human mind would just be like, I guess I just made it up. She lost her powers. She lost her powers. No camera either. But see, to me that's also good if she can't see them and she doesn't have the camera. It's better that she can't see them and then also not have the camera, right? Because then she can see them and can't do anything about it. But I think eventually her mind would just convince her like this was a dream, or she would just kind of forget about it. Like the human mind just kind of, you know, makes that stuff happen. But so being stuck somewhere in eternity, like if you were in a relationship with somebody and you're both immortals, I could see that relationship working if you had a really tight bond and like being able to do a bunch of stuff. Ranky, I'll take it. Ease agrees. But if you're just hanging out at that door, there's not even a chair there. Like she's hanging up, and I know that's not comfortable, but like, what that dude's just gonna stand there? What are they gonna do? They're gonna talk for eternity? They're gonna run out of stuff to talk about real quick. And what are you gonna talk about? Have you ever had apple pie? Nope. Well, I wish you could have had it before you died. She's dead. They both are. I mean, he's got to be dead, right? Even if he wasn't dead, he soon will be. Imagine the wife just holding something you did over a century ago over your head. Yeah, these grudges last a millennia. What about cherry pie? You ever ride on a bus? What are you talking about? You know, like cars and buses. I flew on a plane once. You ever been to Disney World? Like, he's gonna have to like dance around, like tiptoe around all this stuff, and then she's gonna be like, I remember those flowers you gave me. Oh wait, that wasn't you, that was another guy, but you kind of look like him. And I remember that conversation we had. Like if it was like a purely like metaphysical thing where it's just like their spiritual energy lacking human will and consciousness, just kind of existing there in like a spiritual like energy state, I guess. But if you still have human consciousness and like thought in that capacity, like I feel like they're just both gonna go absolutely insane, and then having two people there is only gonna make it worse. This is gonna start hating me after my 300 years of Mega Man ranting. Look, I'm tired of hearing about it. I dreamed last night about getting turned into a worm. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Yeah, that guy probably gets asked that like once every 50 years and is just like, I should have left. I guess if the malice ever escapes, if the calamity ever occurs, you'll know they just got bored and like left. Like, look, we'll just leave. It's someone else's problem. Let's just get out of here. And then they get out of the place and then it's like, I'm gonna go here. You can do whatever. I think we've spent enough time together. We gave it the old college try. I don't think I just don't see it working. Now I am told, I don't know what the endings are, but I'm told that if you play this again on hard mode, if you finish it on hard mode, there's a different ending. And then the Xbox version has a third ending. Although I don't know what you have to do. I don't know if that's just like the default ending on the Xbox or what. Battle mode is now added. Battle mode. Sound test function is now added. A special function is now unlocked. A new costume is now added. Ooh, the special functions. So I think the special functions are just upgraded, like the abilities you can buy. They just upgrade that. We got a new costume though. I'm gonna check that out. I like this game. I like this game quite a bit. Quite a bit. Not a real long game. I think it's got some replay value. I think we could go through it again. It's like the old Resident Evils. Like you could go through it again and then like try to get a better score or try to get like, you know, go through it again with like the new outfit you get. Oh, ready for the second one then? I don't know if I'm gonna wait for next Halloween to do the second one, or if I'll slip it in before. I'm not gonna do it right away. 8 megabyte memory disk thumbnails are like 1/3 of that. Yeah. So this is the funny thing. Like, you know, PlayStation and PS2 had like 8 megabyte, and I remember having to buy for, I don't know what it was, like $30 or $40, like an 8 megabyte PlayStation 2 memory card. And at that time, it was like, I've got a 1 gig thumb drive in my pocket that I paid $15 for. Like, why am I paying so much for this? It may have been less than that. It may have still been in like the megabyte range, like 256 megabytes. But like, the price was so much different. But now what I use for both my PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and GameCube, and I guess also the Dreamcast, is newer devices. The PlayStation 1, 2, and the GameCube are all Mem Card Pro. And they are putting out a version for the Dreamcast. That's not what I have, because it's not on. Yeah, I have a different one. But the Mem Card Pro lets you save with an SD card. And then it's like the math on it's like the smallest SD card you could buy today contains literally millions of PlayStation memory cards. And it works with the ODE that I have set up for both of them, so that it knows what game you're playing and will automatically create its own memory card just for that game. And then I can access it from a browser and back the stuff up. It's very cool. It's very cool. I really like them. And they're not terribly expensive. I remember getting like 60 megabyte memories for the GameCube and like, I'll never use all this room. I remember like having to clear space on the PS2 memory card and the PS1. Like those were both tough. Dreamcast had that a little bit, but part of that was that you'd get Dreamcast games that also had a mini game, and that all took up space. I like the one that I got for the Dreamcast because I could hook it to the computer and then I can broadcast the screen for the VMU on stream, which I think is a really neat feature. The same group that made the Mem Card Pro just released one for Dreamcast, and I did pre-order it, but there was some delay, so I don't expect it for a little while. So I'm curious to like compare the two of them. I still have my original VMU for the Dreamcast, but part of the reason I get this stuff is so I can back the saves up in case something happens. Also makes it easier to manage memory cards. The Dreamcast was largely for the screen, but also the Dreamcast VMU just devoured batteries. And so now this thing has a rechargeable battery. I don't have to worry about it beeping angrily at me every time I go to use it. Well, I should check my PS2's time before I shut everything down this evening. How far we've come. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Well, I think the same thing when I look at like, this is what I'll be soldering tomorrow is Famicom games, like translating some Famicom games. And it's like the biggest game on there is like, I think it's 4 megabits total. 4 megabits total is 512K. It's like, here's this big RPG. It was really big for the NES. It was one of the biggest games on it. It's 512K. It's like less than 1 meg of computing space. But like at that time, those chips were like so expensive that like if you were going to use the big chips, like you're going to have to charge more for this game, and they're not going to publish as many, and they may not bring it to the US because that 1 megabit EEPROM is just too damn expensive. Megabits is wild to get about nowadays. Yeah, it's crazy looking at that stuff and like how small those things were, how small the storage is. Like one of the things that I've got is like a flash version of a chip for specific reasons, but it's a surface mount device and it's like as small as my thumbnail. Like you can make them smaller. I have SD cards that are like multiple gigs that are smaller than the chips you'd put in an NES cartridge. I think that's the thing with the NES. I think the flash drive for it, the flash cart for it, the EverDrive N8 Pro, which is what I use. I think it only supports like a 64 gigabyte card. I don't think it supports larger SD cards, but it's like you could fit more than the entire library on that. Like you don't even need that much space. It's crazy. I remember the NES Classic that they put out. People managed to get the firmware to work with compressed ROMs, so you could have your ROMs in zip, and because of that, you could put the entire NES library, both American and Japanese, I believe. You could fit the whole thing on that device and have an HDMI NES you could play games on if you hacked it all together. I think the Super Nintendo didn't quite have as much space. I kind of miss that stuff. I thought they the Genesis ones were I thought the nicest ones, like the mini consoles that they were putting out. They made one for PlayStation that wasn't that great. People keep asking when they're gonna have a Sega Saturn one. I don't think they will. Even the second Mega Drive one was kind of a limited release deal. They had ones for the PC Engine and TurboGrafx. That one was weird because there was a different game library if you played it English or Japanese. Got one of those mini NESs. You remember how hard it was to get those things when they came out? They were getting scalped real bad. I remember the Super Nintendo one was a big deal, and Utter Chaos called me up and was like, they got them at Best Buy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go grab one of those. And I got them. And they're hooked up to the TV back in the cave. I hardly ever use them though, because every time I want to play a game, I'm like, yeah, I'll just play it on the actual hardware now. But this was before I started refurbing old consoles to make them work, and before I got all this scalar equipment and everything. Straight right next to the regular NES. It's very cool. It's very cool. I wish the controller cable was a little bit longer, but they're very cool devices. For how the Genesis one was the only way to officially play Mega Man: The Wily Wars. Now it's on. Is that on NSO now? Oh, that's cool. I gotta check that out. I keep looking. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I believe Limited Run Games did it was either Limited Run or Retrobit did a run of those. But those get pricey now. I see them out there, and I'm pretty sure these are not the official thing. Everyone I see here that's professional label, it's you made that yourself. Which honestly, a Genesis cart, let me be real with you here. A Genesis cart is one off-the-shelf EEPROM and a board. Genesis carts, unless you have saving on it, they had no hardware inside. A Genesis cart is one of the easiest carts to make. And so it doesn't surprise me that I see a bunch of these on here. But I'm not going to pay for a repro. But I don't know if I want to pay $90 for it either. $77, $75. This is the rub with the when Limited Run or Retrobit do limited reprints, limited reproductions of old games, and it's nice if you could get it when it's new. This is Retrobit. Okay, I like Retrobit. Retrobit generally does a pretty good job of this stuff. I got a couple of their other ones, although they've gotten some hot water over the translations. I didn't know that was on NSO. I almost never look at that. I'm one of those people that's guilty of paying for NSO, and then I hardly ever use it. The only time it really comes up is when someone wants to collab, which so far has just been Anochi wanted to collab, and that's how we played Donkey Kong Country, and Donkey Kong Country 2 was on NSO. But otherwise, I used to play a lot more Mario Kart, and now I'm just as long as I use it for something once out of the year, I can live with it, but it does feel ridiculous to keep paying for it. Yeah, so Mega Man Wily Wars Collector's Edition, $78 with $8 shipping. Is it worth it? Is the Wily Wars worth it? I don't know. The box does look cool. Have any of you guys seen Retrobit's Wily Wars box? It came with like a little card pack. There's a book in it, which I can play regularly, especially N64 and GameCube ones. See, I mean, I've got access to all that stuff. So I'm always just gonna end up playing that stuff on the original hardware too. And for like the fan translations for the N64, I don't have any beef with the EverDrive for the N64, but there's a cheaper option that is an open source, like fan built one called the Summer Drive 64, which is fairly inexpensive and it works really well. So like if you wanted to play the first custom Robo, which was only released in Japan on the N64, you could get that cart and play on that. And the GameCube, there's solderless options to modify the GameCube to run that. Do you have a GameCube hooked up anymore? It's just a matter of convenience. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so Custom Robo's another one that's I hate mentioning games because it's like, yeah, I want to play that game someday. But I want to play the first one first because there's a fan's translation for the N64 version, which I don't believe. I believe it's different from the GameCube. I'm pretty sure the GameCube was the sequel and it's not like a remake, because that was like Animal Crossing was basically that. Original Animal Crossing was N64, but that was Japan only. And then it was on the GameCube, right? The first one we got in the States was GameCube. I don't believe I'm misremembering that. Love the GameCube and the DS games. I really want to look into capture devices for the DS or 3DS. But one of the reasons I haven't is a lot of the games that I've looked at, like I would love to play this on stream, like rely on flipping the screen or doing weird things with it that just wouldn't really translate to streaming. But it is a shame that there's cool games for the DS in particular, 3DS also, but the DS, developers were really trying to make use of the different sensors and stuff on the DS, and none of that stuff will translate to a modern system. When I play Metabots eventually, the first game is Japan only. I think there's a fan translation for that. I could be misremembering. Yeah, with the Retrobit like release of Mega Man the Wily Wars was very cool. Do you all remember like where the Wily Wars originally, you could only play that on a home console if you got what was it, Sega TV, which was like a modem through your cable line. The Sega TV channel, the Sega channel. That was a crazy time to be alive. What if you sleep your own screen? Well, like, you know, put it to sleep. Yeah. So that's like, because there's a game, Trace Memory. One of the puzzles is you have to close the screen to press pages of a book together. And like, I don't think your capture device would pick that up. Singmang, I got played Xenogears lately at Loke's Peak. Xenogears was amazing. You know, there are reasons we never got like Xenogears or Xenosaga. Like it was supposed to be a longer series, and one of the reasons it never came out was because of the failure of Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, the movie that bombed so hard that like it caused games to get canceled because Square lost so much money on it. And they're just like, we're not taking chances anymore. But I remember that was Xenogears or Xenosaga. That was a very expensive game for a while. You could get it on the PS3. I think so. They're all like sort of connected in their own way, but I always get confused. Sequel that was being considered before being canceled due to the company's film investments at the time with Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Well, Xenogears has never had an official sequel or prequel. Speculation Namco Monolith Soft Xenosaga was a prequel and was first announced. One of the square, I think it's difficult to say is a sequel or prequel. Yeah. And so, like, a lot of the people were involved, but, like, they don't. Legend of Heroes basically the spiritual successor. I don't know. I mean, it's not that. It's its own thing there. Is there a connection to that? Because that's all, like, Falcom folks. Because a lot of them went on to form, like, Monolith Soft, and a lot of them worked on Xenosaga, and then after that, they've been working with Nintendo with Xenoblade Chronicles. Movie was not Final Fantasy. No Crystal and Magic Monsters, no Chocobo. Yeah, I don't know why they build that Final... So, because, like, Final Fantasy... Like, Chocobos were not originally a Final Fantasy thing. They're originally from the first... I want to say they're from the first Seiken Densetsu. It may have been Saga. It's one of the Game Boy ones. They only released in the US as a Final Fantasy one, but... Actually, I think one of them's Final Fantasy Gaiden later, but it's the first Secret of Mana... The first Mana series game. I always get them mixed up. But yeah, there was none of what you would expect from Final Fantasy up to that point that came out. Even though Final Fantasy was like a loose anthology, it had some connecting elements, but it was never like connected one to the other. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's like Halloween 3. It's mismarketed. It came out at the wrong time. It was really pushing things technologically, and it doesn't quite hold up, but I still think it's worth a watch. It's just a shame that they put so much into it and it flopped so hard. Main character of Xenogears Fade looks exactly like Jin from Trails in the Sky. Gears are giant mecha like the Soldats in Cold Steel Plus. I mean, I don't know enough about Trails in the Sky to really debate that, but those are strong connections. But like giant mechas, like predate Xenogears by a bunch. But I don't know how similar, like, in appearance they are, or thematically they are. But also, like, the main character, I feel like has a very generic, to me, maybe it's because I've seen so many characters that look like that. Maybe they all sprang from that. But those are you do make a compelling argument. You do make a compelling argument. Bum, 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 bum. What about? I think this is. Looking up ROM hacking. Yes. So if you look it up, Joshua, search Meta-Rot, not Metabot, because that's the Japanese title. The Kabuto version has a translation. Here are the first Metabot titles for Nintendo Game Boy. Oh no, it has both of them. It's just listed as one. So yeah, here are the first two games translated. Greek God's gonna sue Mazinger Z for the word mecha. There's a mecha that all the mecha are named like Mars and Ares and stuff like that. So they have plenty to go off of there. Apparently Falcom has went on record that they took inspiration from Xenogears. Well, there you go. I should not have doubted. My man Sky's not one to throw out some legend trivia without some strong backing. I was a fool to doubt you. Seen like 2 to 3 hours of the game so far. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the stuff. A lot of the stuff going on there, like they talk about, it's like like even that was what I always heard from my one friend who had played it. Was like it's like Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I'm like, Is it though? Because like we just watched that. How much is it? But I guess it does have a fairly strong connection to that. No problem. Yeah, you will have to provide your own legally obtained ROM of the games, but it's fairly easy to patch these. Original Game Boy game translation. It's gonna be difficult to follow. Portrait version exists. Special hack the authors have created include character portraits from the WonderSwan version of the game. Interesting. So they even hacked it to add graphics from the WonderSwan version. I forgot there was a WonderSwan version of it. Metarat. I love and I wish more of them had succeeded. Like all of the oh, there's another version of this. Here's another version of this. If you're interested, because the first link I provided uses the original like Japanese names, and then they also produced an Americanized localization. Changes several things to match. The English dub removes capitalization of things that aren't proper nouns and should instead be treated as just normal words in the Metabots universe. Metarot Company, Metabots Corporation, Metarot, Metabots, Robattle, Metarotor, Metafighter. I can see them just running through like the names they changed on it. Ew, localization ended. I mean, so here's the thing. I appreciate it if you're localizing a game that has had sequels localized, and then there's like a standard set for the localization by those. I appreciate I like that there's both, but I appreciate if people translate it using the terms that the official company releases have settled on. Like Tales of Phantasia was like that when they made the translation, it hadn't yet been released in any form in the US. And then when it did get released in the US, some of the names are different because that was like what they chose as the official, like, this is our official like English version of these names. This is the official localization. And so you can see like we made our best guess based on what the name should be versus like the Americanized one where they call everything jelly donuts. It's all jelly donuts. Pass me a jelly donut so I can tighten this jelly donut on the jelly donut pan in my 77 Mustang jelly donut. But I miss like the Pokemon competitors. Like even if it wasn't like monster catching, it was like similar style RPGs that were going for that. But also like I don't think we see as much of that now. Because that was real big in the handheld market. And even though the Switch can be handheld, like in my mind, handheld is dead. At least in terms of what it was. Right. I keep hearing rumblings that Sony's gonna do something, but like I feel like unless it's to play the same thing that you're playing on the PS5, somehow it's not gonna fly. I think the age of having a handheld that is a second like lower tier device with its own like offshoot of games, I think that's long dead now. Too old for handheld, give me the big screen. I can kind of agree with that. I was playing on my Game Boy Advance last night as I went to sleep. I pulled out the GBA Final Fantasy, the Dawn of Souls, which is Final Fantasy 1 and 2, to check my save on that and see where I was with that and confirm what I vaguely remembered, that on that version they used all of the naming conventions are the standard Final Fantasy naming conventions that didn't exist when the first one was on the NES. Because I'm like, I don't remember the last time I played this being this confused about the spells. And it's like, no, it's because the last time I played it was on the GBA. And everything has like, first off, it's not limited to 4 characters. But secondly, they use like Blindna, Blizzara, and stuff like that. Digimon. Yeah, Digimon is still around. I'm glad Digimon stuck around. I've even more now. Nexamon, Cassette Beast, Digimon's still around. Beastie Ball. I haven't heard of Beastie Ball. Monster Hunter Stories. Yeah, I know about the Cassette Beast. Nexamon I've seen. Yeah. Well, see, and we have a lot more now, but I miss like the... I guess I'm just like romanticizing like the Game Boy days where you'd get like the 2 different colored carts. Even into Game Boy Advance. Not so much like the games themselves. It's more of like the handheld era, because those were all like handheld items. You didn't get that on like the main, the set-top console, so to speak. Monster Hunter Stories looks real good. I think I picked up Monster Hunter Stories and I haven't played it. I'm pretty sure I have that for the Switch, I think. Really need to just stream Switch games, even though I mostly do the retro stuff. Switch is retro now, right? Because the second one's out. I don't think it quite counts. But we have quite a collection of Switch games. And it's just like all my other games. Like I just don't have enough. I just noticed something. But it's very funny to me that it's like in the background. The flashing light warning was on the overlay the whole time. You can barely see it behind Miku. Just because like the background, the main background of Fatal Frame is partially transparent. That's very funny. Yokai Watch, yeah, Ni no Kuni was a weird one. I liked it. There was no second game. There's no second Yokai Ni no Kuni in Basing Say. Basing Say? Basing Say. Basing. Wait a minute. Now, the more I roll that name around in my head, is Basing Say. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender a lot. That live action movie was a nightmare. It was just absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I wanted to try to see the new outfit. Do I have to load the game? Clear data. Data is corrupted. The hell you say? It probably just doesn't load in that thing. God, I hope so. Option. I think it's.
I wonder how long it's been since my brother and I began to see things other people can't see.
Which wasn't great, at least. I have IRL time elements for the city building, so a lot of leaving your game running overnight to get things done. Oh,
Big brother.
Jum Jumington is having problems. Sorry, that the first game is better. That's what I heard.
Rituals of this area. It looks like Mr. Takamine was doing research into them. I wonder if his group is still here.
I wonder if this body covered in cloth, that couldn't be the suitor, the mystery suitor that they murdered and hid. Like, oh, wait, where is he? Oh, he just put him right by the front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it couldn't be. Get Ni no Kuni on sale for like $10. On what console is it usually on there? Because that was a PlayStation? That was a PlayStation 4 release, wasn't it? Also made a movie. Was the movie any good? PS3, I believe, is the original. It wasn't. Oh no. It's be PS3 now. It's everywhere. Yeah, that's. I couldn't remember if it was PS3 or PS4. Okay, there's no reason to go down this way. This story ends pretty quick. I just want to play enough, since it's still kind of early, I want to play enough to see if we can see her outfit. And unless my save file really meant what it said, was like, oh, it's corrupted. I'd be very disappointed in that. Ropes! Rope hallwayman. There's no point in like looking around at anything because man, looking down. The OG game for it. I remember I didn't play it myself, but I remember getting it for a friend of mine for Christmas. Broken partition screen here. What's over here?
This notebook. It's Mr. Takamine's.
Yes. Whoa! Huh. Did you just forget? I don't remember seeing that the first time.
It was Mr. Takamine. So he did come here.
Oh. Oh. So he can't see it, but he can use the camera, or can he see it? Whoa! Shooting ghosts. Okay. Starting to see things normal gamers can't see. I see little dots. I see little dots and specks.
I captured a ghost with this camera. This camera has the power to expose things the normal eye can't see. I remember the incident from which I learned it was unique to capture ghosts.
Oh. There's a man downstairs. Okay. I don't know why I thought I could get a picture of anything there. Staircase has fallen down. This section's not very long. I believe this is locked. I love how there's no run in this game. It's just walk slightly faster, which is funnily enough, very much in line with the phasmophobia. Like, we need to run. Oh, just walk a little bit quicker. Walk a little bit quicker. Oh, I'm out of breath. Speedwalker's in. The door to the entrance is open, but I'm sure it was just closed a while ago. this board down to the door. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. They're power walking. Working their glutes.
It's been 2 weeks since I last
It's
heard
been
from my
2
brother.
weeks since my brother left.
But he left a note that led
That's
me
the last
to
time I
this
played
place.
Hosh with Infinite Sprint outside the house. Yeah. That's the worst part, especially for bigger maps where you have a longer trek
My brother was here.
to get back to the truck. And it was just like, oh, I gotta race. At least you don't lose sanity being in the darkness outside
Place.
the building. But like, it's such a pain to have to like run, like burn through your stamina just to try and get back to the truck faster.
Did someone just...
I was earworm with that earlier. Have some more. I don't know how I said I have a new outfit. I don't know how to access the outfit. Beat the game once, load the file, choose story mode with special costume. Okay, this is... Does it really just not save this? I don't know. You know, I was just singing the praises on this thing, and maybe I'm singing it too soon. Because that is my clear data. Let me play with this for a sec. I mean, I'll go through my own time and like finish the rest of the game again if I have to get that. Okay. I can do this. Let me remotely log into the card. Browser. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, switch to the Fatal Frame card. Oh, oh no! What do it mean? That's the second time I've had like save issues with this. I might have to switch to using like the regular ass memory card. I have to contact the company. Maybe I need to reload the SD card. Well, that's a whole other thing. That's troubling to me. I want to see this new outfit. I don't know why that happens. It's just the clear data, but it knows what it is. I'll keep trying like some sort of madman. Yeah, you gotta get that. It's fine because I can, like, that last one isn't that far from it. Like, I've only got like an hour and a half to 2 hours to play through again, and I could play through it quicker than that too, to get that up. I am gonna look this up to see if there's something I'm missing. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I just want to see if this is a deal, a known deal. Save. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just go through and do it again. Well, I'll just look up what the outfit is. Different color. It's not very special. Oh, well, that's disappointing. I think it's the later ones to have better costumes. I just looked and it just looks like they're the same outfit but a different color. Not bad. Xbox has a bunch of different ones, but all of her outfits just look the same with like different coloration. Although some of them, like the Gothic Lolita one, like there's like painted on like stockings. But nah, that's weird. Well, I'll have to look into this before I come back to PlayStation 2 to see if I can figure out what this is, because it's ironic that the device I bought to alleviate my concerns of save file corruption is itself getting corrupted. But not all the time, only certain times. Because it corrupted the save file for Silent Hill 2 at one point, but I had a backup. And it's only that one file that it said it corrupted. I don't know what the deal is. Well, anyway, I don't have any follow-up tonight because I didn't have time to play through Misfortune again. I'm just gonna slip that one out there from time to time for a little while until I get these other stuff set up. Do. I don't know if I've gone. What? Let's bring Jack. All right. Well, that's all I've got for tonight. I will have to look into that laters. But for now, here is the link to this link here. Hopefully that copied correctly. Woodman Jack. Games demos and working on games requests. Oh, is he playing Terraria? It looks, I don't know what game he's playing. It kind of looks like Terraria, but I don't think it's Terraria. But Jack's a cool guy, so we'll consider stopping by over there and say hello. We'll come back to Final Frame another time. I would like to check it out, like see if I can play through on a hard mode to see if the ending, there's a different ending for it. And then at some point we'll play the Xbox version. But not tonight. No, I'll figure out the save. If I have to play through it again, I'll find time over the weekend to play through again to get that. So that's some homework for me. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, hope you enjoyed Fatal Frame. A little bit shorter evening than usual, but that's good for me because I'm tired. So I'm gonna go get some rest, and I'll be back tomorrow for some soldering. I'm gonna be working on some Famicom cartridges. I'm very excited. I'll ramble for a bit and talk about my experience with streaming so far, because it is, you know, I'm doing it for anniversary / birthday stuff, so it should be fun. I hope you'll be interested, and I hope it will be fun for you. I'm going to geek out about cartridge hardware, which is a favorite topic of mine. So please tune in for that, if only to see my hideous hands, which you see, you know, all the time. Everybody loves my hands. Everybody loves my freaky little hand. So to see more of that, tune in tomorrow. Until then, thanks again for watching. Hope everybody has a great evening, and hope to see you again on the next one. Until then, so long, everybody. Bye-bye.